Yes. Let's get to it.
Good evening. Resolved. African Americans should be entrepreneurs and not employees. First, entrepreneurship mitigates black unemployment. Second, entrepreneurship creates potential economic power. Third, entrepreneurship changes the status quo and allows blacks to leave an impact on society. First, black entrepreneurship can lower the unemployment rate. Professor Emeritus William Dunkelberg of Temple University agrees entrepreneurs can solve the unemployment problem. Connie Evans, CEO of Association for Enterprise Opportunity, with the support of the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, state that business ownership is the greatest equalizer in wealth disparity. Every single year in the U.S., African Americans lead the nation in unemployment. Black unemployment sits at 7.1% compared to 3.8% for whites. Also, 13.6% of blacks are underemployed. One of the factors that contributes to black unemployment and underemployment is a lack of black entrepreneurs. Although there are over 29 million businesses in this country, only 9% of them are black-owned. Numerous studies conclude that most employers hire individuals that they can relate to and resemble. Recent studies show within the first 90 seconds of an interview, the employer has made a decision whether to hire the applicant or not. If it were not for government intervention, black unemployment would be even higher. And I don't criticize these corporations for hiring their own. These corporations were not built for us. Every immigrant group that migrates to America and builds a business ultimately employs their own. So it's time that African Americans create more opportunities for ourselves and hire those that we can relate to and resemble. That's group economics, that's survival. Second, black entrepreneurship creates potential economic power. The median net worth for black business owners is 12 times higher than for black employees. Black businesses produce $1.2 trillion annually. Real wealth is built through acquiring assets and consistently investing in yourself. Entrepreneurs and investors reap all of their rewards. Government subsidies allow businesses and individuals to grow their assets, hire people, and obtain wealth without penalty. As an employee, with limited tax codes in your favor, you are penalized for what you earn and save. The government wants to encourage certain activities, and they have two ways of doing that, either by force or by policy. So what does the government want? First, they want to create more jobs. Who creates jobs? Entrepreneurs. Therefore, entrepreneurs get all sorts of tax breaks that act as subsidies to encourage job creation. When you examine American tax law, it makes logical sense to put your money and effort into where the incentives go, building businesses and making investments. This point further proves that you cannot gain wealth by depending on a single job. 42 out of 50 states in this country are at-will states, meaning you could be fired at any moment without notice. The potential downside of being an employee is unlimited. Your entire livelihood could disappear at any given moment. To protect yourself, you need to generate multiple streams of income. Entrepreneurship enables that. Sure, it's great that we have diversified political offices and earned graduate degrees, but having political clout or educational accolades without financial power is similar to a teenager having a driver's license without a car. Having a good job is like dating the finest girl in the school, even though she's going to dump you. Wealth is a vehicle used to change society, empower ourselves, and give our lineage a better future. Look at the latest Forbes billionaires list. Everyone on that list is an entrepreneur. However, you won't see a black face until number 105. Elko Dangote of Dangote Cement in Nigeria, worth $12.2 billion. He grew his business, turned his company public, and obtained economic power. Power that breaks the cycle of poverty, power that breaks the cycle of mediocrity. Finally, black entrepreneurship changes the status quo, allows blacks to impact society. With the exception of a few professions, a majority of jobs have no real meaningful impact on society. When we discuss black excellence and prosperity in black America, we refer to the same entertainers and athletes. This narrative is skewed. There are black entrepreneurs who are changing their communities by giving back, providing opportunities, and building long-standing businesses. We don't know about them because the media doesn't market black entrepreneurs. That's why the youth look up to drug-addicted rappers. Per Albert Bandura's social learning theory, these kids grow up wanting to rap, sell, and use drugs because that's the only symbol of success they see. How different would things be if there was a black Wall Street in every city in America, a black business in every community? The status quo is an employee selling a car for $30,000, which profits that company $10,000, but that employee takes home $160. The status quo is an employee working for Apple, selling $10,000 worth of products and only earning $104 before taxes. 69% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their savings account. The status quo is widening wealth gap. The typical black household now has just 6% of wealth of the typical white household. That's $111,000 versus $7,000 for blacks. According to the Economic Policy Institute, more than 1 in 4 black households have zero or negative net worth. Yet we continue to work for companies. We use our intelligence, creativity, and God-given gifts to be undervalued. Yes, entrepreneurship is risky, but so is being black in America. And since when have blacks been so conservative? It's not in our DNA. At least it wasn't until we were brainwashed into believing the American dream. Why are so many blacks in the United States still struggling? It's because they taught us an outdated model towards prosperity. I mean, sure, you can get a STEM degree as a black person in 2017, 2018 and earn decent money. But decent money doesn't lead to wealth. And why do we have to become something we are not? We shouldn't have to sacrifice who we are, what our interests and passions are.
Off, brother.